Hey there, it's Joseph, and welcome back to the YouTube channel dedicated to San Miguel de Allende's secrets. And today, like a good drink, we've got a story with a twist, and it's all about vultures. As always, if you need additional information, there's links in the descriptive box below, including a link that'll take you out to Amazon.com that features all the best-selling books in the San Miguel de Allende book series. Vultures are making a comeback in San Miguel de Allende. Normally, they stay in the nearby mountains, but lately, the Mexican black vulture has been seen, eerily enough, in the cemetery. For example, just over the course of the last weekend, I spotted several on cemetery tours, growing from just 2 vultures to nearly a dozen. A vulture feast on recently passed flesh, making them a bird forever associated with Halloween, cemeteries, haunted houses, and the dead. Basically anything with a high creep factor. A characteristic of vultures is their unfeathered heads, like you see in the picture to the left. That bare skin keeps the head clean when feeding, and also keeps their body temperature cool. Adding to their unique charm and coolness, vultures urinate on themselves as a mean of cooling their bodies down and wiping off any of those pesky diseases they momentarily acquired from romping among corpses. Being gregarious birds, where there's one vulture, there'll be others. A group of vultures feeding is termed a wake. Really, could their vocabulary be any more macabre? Vultures are lazy flyers, rarely flapping their wings and preferring to simply glide on the prevailing winds, enabling them to travel hundreds of miles daily in search of fresh kill. Like some living people, vultures gorge themselves when food is abundant. With tummies bulging, they stay stock still, having a siesta while their meal is digested. This is how I've seen them in the cemetery, stock still as if in the middle of a game of freeze tag. Still, you don't want to cozy up to a vulture, because when they're threatened or approached, they tend to projectile vomit to lighten their stomach load to facilitate a really quick takeoff. Frankly, I never got that close to one in the cemetery to witness their acid reflux. Ancient Egyptians believed that all vultures were females, representing motherhood and the eternal cycle of death and rebirth for their ability to transform the dead they feed on into life. For the indigenous here, vultures were appreciated as extraordinary beings, frequently featured in icons and art, plus many Mesoamerican myths and legends. Always remember, as the local vulture population increases, too much inactivity can be dangerous around vultures. So don't stand motionless for so long in the cemetery, or they may mistake you for their next meal. Okay, my note. Growing up near Hershey, Pennsylvania, I can spot a dairy cow at 20 paces. But beyond that, it seems, I need a CNC to correctly identify farm animals. As both the Audubon Society and Green Acres Amigos have pointed out to me, those black birds I saw in the cemetery are really just very ugly chickens. In my defense, they didn't move like chickens or move at all. Plus, they really do resemble the small black Mexican vultures. But what baffles me the most is that, in addition, of course, to being dead wrong, pun intended, is why the dozens of cats that call the cemetery home upon closing at 6 p.m. haven't eaten the chickens.